Yeah, hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching us from. I hope you're having a beautiful day. So, this is my technical analysis video. I normally do technical analysis video, market analysis every Saturday. I've not done it for some time now, about 2 Saturdays, because of some reasons. So, every Saturday is when I make full analysis on different altcoins and Bitcoin too, and we just review the market per se generally. So today you find this post on YouTube. You also find it on my TikTok account. So today we'll be making an analysis on Ethereum, on Solana, Bitcoin, and other altcoins I'm actually holding on long positions. We start with Ethereum at USDT.P perpetual. So let's start with this particular chart, which is the Ethereum chart. And normally, whenever I open any chart, I start with the weekly time frame. I will start with the weekly time frame because the weekly time frame paints the bigger picture, and that's where I actually have my levels. I put my levels on the weekly time frame, and then I take my profits or maybe enter the markets based on the levels I have just put there. So this is the weekly time frame as you can see on Ethereum. If you compress the weekly time frame, you notice that we are having something like this. You notice that we are having something like a head and a cup and handle pattern forming on the weekly time frame of Ethereum. This is the cup, and then this is the handle pattern that we have formed on the weekly time frame. And there is a way to calculate the cup and handle pattern on the weekly time frame by putting a line from the top of this cup to the bottom of the cup, and then moving it to the top of the handle. And if you do this, you notice that our target will be around 10,000 or 11,000 something. That is the major target on the weekly time frame. But when you enter this market, you know, actually, for me personally, that is how I take my profits. I don't wait for the whole TP to reach. I take my profits at the mid-range of this, which is around 6,700 whenever I enter the market. So this is the major targets of Ethereum based on the cup and handle pattern. Then secondly, if this is the weekly time frame, then let us go to the daily time frame and obtain some information from there too. On the daily time frame, you are also witnessing the cup and handle formation on the daily time frame. The cup and handle formation is also forming on the daily time frame. This is the cup. This is the cup. Let's use this way. This is the cup, and then this is the handle. This is the handle. It's a cup and handle formation that is also forming on the weekly time frame. This is the cup, and then this is the handle formation. As you can see, something like this. We are also forming a cup and handle formation on the daily time frame, and the target of this cup and handle formation, using the system I also employed on the weekly time frame. If you move it to the top of the cup of the handle, our target will be at around 5,200 to 5,300 level. Now let me show you another formation that is also presenting itself. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, you will notice another cup and handle formation that is also forming on the 4-hour time frame. So that, if you watch my video in the morning, I posted a video in the morning. Go and check my TikTok account. I posted a video in the morning where I say that why I also made an analysis based on this cup and handle, and I said that Ethereum is very, very bullish, and you should take advantage of any formation you see on Ethereum instead of waiting for major pullbacks to happen. Any pullback you see on Ethereum, just take it. So this is Ethereum, and this is the cup and handle formation that is also forming on the 4-hour time frame. So I'm presently long on this Ethereum. I'm waiting for a breakout of this zone. I'm presently long, and I have also been long from around 2,800 level. I've been long, and I'm also long from here too. And I am long again at this point, at this cup and handle formation that has just formed. So overall formation and overall target on Ethereum is around $10,000 per Ethereum coin. That is our overall price target for this bull market, around 10,000. So this is for Ethereum. So let us go to Solana and also review Solana and see what is about to happen on Solana. If you go to Solana, let's use this particular chart. If you go to Solana, you notice that we are in a very bullish move. Let's go to the weekly time frame. So based on this weekly time frame, you know how I do my things. I go to the weekly time frame first to analyze the market and see what is actually happening. So we consolidated within this range for months. I think this is around March 2024. Came down here in April, went back up here in May, came back down here in June, went back up here in July, came back down around August, then made a double bottom around this place, and then since then we've been going up. We went up, we pulled back to this zone, and then we are going towards 330 per Solana coin. And I'll tell you, or I'll show you the reason why I'm very confident that we are going to 330. Normally there is something I called range breakout strategy. First of all, if you compress the Solana charts, we are also forming something that looks like a copper handle. It's a copper handle formation that is also forming on Ethereum. And if you move this from to the bottom of this range and place it at the top of this particular zone, let us place it here. If you place it here, we'll be looking at around 1,200 level for Solana coin. And aside that, Solana is very strong in terms of utility. If you go to Web3, Solana is the major coin. In fact, it has flipped Ethereum and also BNB in terms of utility in the Web3 space. So that's why I'm very confident and very bullish on Solana. If this is the weekly time frame, so the reason I'm actually targeting 330 on the short term is because of this range, my range breakout strategy, putting a line from the top of this range to the bottom of this range and then moving it to the next range. So our next level target is at around 330 to 340 level for Solana. So let's go to the daily time frame. If you go to daily time frame, you see how we beautifully broke out of this zone. Retested this zone, and then on our way to the top. But on our way to this top, we are also making pullbacks on the daily time frame. If you go to 4-hour time frame, you notice the pullbacks in a more clear pattern. So I took this trade from this zone, and I'm still in this trade too from this very point. I took this trade, and we are on our way to 330 per Solana coin. But on the way there, we are also having small pullbacks that we will take advantage of on our way to the top. So I'm presently in this particular move, which I will hold till we get to the top. So this is my view on Solana. If you also use your Fibonacci level, you notice that we are so. And if any pullback should happen, we most likely pull back to this 50%, 0.5 fib level before moving to the upside. If we should pull back to the 0.5 level, or we can pull back to 0.618 before continuing to the upside. So this is my view on Solana. So if you have not entered Solana, you wait for pullbacks Don't just jump into the market as if the market is waiting for you. So wait for pullbacks to happen. This is actually the perfect place to enter Solana. If you are watching this video now, this is the perfect place to enter. Make sure you wait for pullbacks. Even if we break out and continue going up, wait for pullbacks before, like, while heading to 330. But as long as you know where the market is going, just wait for pullbacks. That's what you should do. Let us review the total market cap, total market cap excluding Bitcoin. If you go to total market cap excluding Bitcoin, we are in an uptrend, and that is one of the reasons I'm actually very bullish on Ethereum, because Ethereum is the main catalyst when it comes to total 2. Ethereum is the main catalyst. So if you go to the weekly time frame, which is my major first zone of interest, whenever I open a chart, you notice that we have a range here. This is range high, this is range low. If you move it to the next level, we will be having a move towards this particular zone. Oh God. We'll be having a move towards this particular zone, towards 1.9 trillion market cap on the total 2. So this total 2, as long as this total 2 is moving, altcoins will rip, altcoins will move very, very fine. And as you can see, we have broken out of this particular level. It's a very strong resistance level. We have broken out of it, and we are heading to the top of this range. That is total 2 for you, and that is the reason why most altcoins are actually performing very well. So some of the coins I'm actually holding is WIF, which is with dog with hearts. So one of the coins I'm actually holding, I'm not holding it on spot, I'm holding it on leverage. I've been holding it for the past 4 or 5 days now. So if you let us go to the weekly time frame, and I'll show you the reason why I'm actually long on WIF. That is because of this is a range high, this is a resistance, and then this is a support turned into resistance. It's a resistance, turned into support. It was a resistance at this point. We pulled back, we came to this point again, showing that it's a resistance. We pulled it back, and then now we broke out of it, and now we are retesting it as a support. So our next level target will be around 4.6 to 4.7, our immediate next level target. And when we break out of this level, if we break out of 4.7, 4.6 level, I will also employ my range breakout strategy, because this is a range. And when I employ my range breakout strategy, our next level target will be around $7.4 per coin on WIF. So this is my projection on WIF. Another coin I'm also looking at is, let us see Pepe. Let us look at Pepe and see what Pepe is doing. If you go to the weekly time frame, this is a range, this is the range high, and then this is a range low. We have broken out of these two ranges, and using our range breakout system, our next level target is around this particular zone, 0.0387. So this is our next level target on Pepe, and I'm holding Pepe also on leverage in one of my accounts. So if you come to the daily time frame, you see my projection. This is the range breakout line. So let me remove it. You see my projection. This is daily time frame, and I'm actually long on this particular coin, Pepe. Let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. The reason I'm long is because we broke out of this particular counter trend line. We broke out of this trend line, we made a retest, and then also we are even making sort of a double bottom on the 4-hour time frame. Our next level target is at least 0.026. That is my next level target projection on Pepe. So on near protocol, let's go to the weekly time frame as usual. On the weekly time frame, we have this range low here, this range low formed here, and then we have this range high here. This is actually supposed to be the range high. but the reason I'm putting it here is because of this particular zone here is the immediate zone of resistance for wave. But let me put it back here actually. So if I should put it back there, that means there is a minor zone of resistance at this level, which if we break out of our next level target, will be on that green bar. If we break out of this zone and pull back, you can find a trade or take a trade that will take you to this particular zone of resistance. Now my next line of action is, if we should break this resistance, we make a range breakout strategy. We put it into work again, and it will be, our next level target will be around our next level target will be around let's use this one I've used already before. Our next level target will be around $18 per coin on Near Protocol. Our next level target, if we break out of this particular zone now, if we break out of here, our next level target will be around $18 per coin on Near Protocol. That will be our next level target, and you should actually, if you are taking the trade, make sure, of course, as you can see, our next level target also coincides with the all-time high. Our all-time high was around $20. Our next level target is around 19 point something dollar, which coincides with the range breakout system of this particular range. So that is my projection on Near. If you are waiting to enter Near, or if you want to enter Near Protocol, wait for a breakout of this particular zone. Of course, it's actually bullish at this point. We definitely break out of this zone. Wait for a breakout of this zone, a 4-hour candle close that will take you to this next level if you want to take this particular trade. So that is my view on Near. Or you can as well wait for a breakout so that you can catch a better move. Wait for a breakout of this green bar, so something like this, a retest, and then a move towards $19 per coin. So that is my projection on Near. Let us go to FET. So on FET, I'm actually long on FET presently, as you can see. Let's go to the weekly time frame. If you go to the weekly time frame, we have a range low here. Why do we have it as a range low? Because of this particular, let me show you, because of this zone here. This thing came down to this point, pulled back, broke this zone, and then what did it do? It retested this particular zone. So what formed here is something like that is called the cup and handle pattern. It's called inverse head and shoulder pattern. It's called an inverse head and shoulder pattern. This is the left shoulder, this is the head, and then this is the right shoulder here, which will take us all the way to at least $3 per coin on FET. So that's why I didn't put my level here, I put it here. You understand? It will still perform as expected. If you go to the daily time frame, you will notice that our inverse head and shoulder is actually clearer, and then we had a trend line at this level. There was a move here. There is a trend line at this level. Let me show you. There is a trend line at work at this level. We have this, something like this. A trend line forms when there is a touch towards the downside or towards the upside. So we had a trend line here, and then we broke out of this trend line. We retested the trend line without breaking it again, formed a double bottom on the 4-hour time frame and on the daily time frame too. Now we are heading towards $3 per coin, but we have some stops to make along the way. Our first level target will be at this zone, 1.9341 level. That is our first level target on FET. That is the place we actually experience a resistance on this particular coin. So if you have not entered this particular coin, wait for a pullback into this zone. Don't just go and rush in and enter, you get flushed out. Wait for a pullback into this zone before you now enter to move to the upside. This is about 150% without leverage. It's about 150% without leverage. So it's a very big risk to reward if you have not entered. Let us analyze Phantom, FTM. Let us analyze Phantom. So if you go to the weekly time frame, this is the support on the weekly time frame, and then this is the resistance on the weekly time frame. As you can see, we are heading towards this resistance. This support was made around the month of August. So from this particular support to the next resistance on spot alone is about 200%. So it's not like if you had entered in August on just spot, you would have doubled your money. Like if you had $100 on spot, you would have had like $300 by now, or you have $300 by the time the market gets to about $1 on Phantom. So this is the weekly time frame. If you go down to the daily time frame, you notice that we had a break of a counter trend line. This is a counter trend line. This here is a counter trend line, and the reason it's called counter trend line is because it's going against the trend. We had a trend towards the downside, something like this. We had a trend towards the downside, and then we broke the trend, creating a counter. So this trend line, I call it a counter trend line. We broke the trend, retested this trend, and we are now going towards the upside. And now this is, aside from the counter trend line formed, this is also an inverse head and shoulder pattern. I will show you. This is an inverse head and shoulder pattern. This is the head on the left head. Then this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and then this is the right shoulder. And our next level target will be towards the upside. So as you can see, we actually broke out of here, pulled back into this level, and then we are going towards this level. So it's a very simple thing. The only thing it will take from you is patience. You have to be patient enough to be able to take these kinds of trades. So if we apply our range breakout strategy on Phantom, our next level target will be around, if it breaks above this particular level. If we break above this particular level on Phantom, our next level target will be around $3.7. Our all-time high of Phantom was about $3. So there is not much difference. Our next level target is about $3.75 on Phantom. Phantom is actually one of the strongest blockchains. Very strong. The same thing as Near Protocol. So that is my analysis on Phantom. My analysis on TIA, Celestia. This is the weekly time frame on TIA. This is my range low, this is my mid range, and then this is my range high on the weekly time frame. If you come to the daily time frame, you notice that we were trading around this range low around the month of October. We traded here in the month of November, around early November. Then now we have gotten to the first level of main resistance. So if you want to enter tier, wait for a breakout of this zone and daily close above this level. If tier closes daily above this level, you notice that there is a pullback on the 1 hour time frame and on the 4 hour time frame. If you go down to the lower time frame, and then you take a trade from this zone to this next level, like from around $7 to around $11 to $12, and from $7 to $11 is about $50%, 54%. So it's actually a very good risk to reward. Let's say you cut the trade from here. Let's use this measuring tool, and you take it towards this level, 4.57. You can even bring it closer, 5.2 to 1 is a very high risk to reward. It's a very high risk to reward, which is about 51%. So if you catch this trade, you are on money. So ENS is the next level, is next coin in my agenda. If you go to the daily time frame on ENS, this is the range low, this is the mid range, and then this is the range high on ENS. This is the range high on ENS. This is the next place ENS will find resistance. So if you want to enter ENS, wait for a break above this level. So that is if you failed to enter at this point. Most people couldn't enter at this point. So if you fail to enter at this point, wait for a break above this level and daily close, enter at this level, and it will take you towards $30. So if you measure from that point, to $30, you'll notice that it is about 33%, which is a very good risk to reward on ENS. ENS is most times when Ethereum moves, ENS also makes very good movements. So this is SEI. If you go to the weekly time frame on SEI, this is the range low. Of course, this is actually supposed to be the range low, and this is the range high. So if most people missed this range low, this is a minor support zone on SEI. This is a minor support zone. So this is a place you can actually take a trade from. Let's go to the daily time frame. This is a place you could actually take a trade from if you missed this range low. This was a place you could actually take a trade as it broke out of this zone, then pulled back below the support level, and then we are now above the support level. So immediately when this thing happens, this thing is known as manipulation. When this kind of manipulation happens and it recovers, just know that our next level target is towards the upside. So I'm not in this trade actually. I put this thing when I was making an analysis. So if you want to enter, wait for a pullback to this level. This is the level you're supposed to enter, and then it will take you to 0.96. And if you measure from that point to 0.96, that is about 115%, which is a very good risk to reward for SEI. So that is my analysis for today. Let's analyze Bitcoin finally. We are on 98,000. Bitcoin is trading at 98,000. So I have always analyzed Bitcoin. So this is the ranges we played with. This is the ranges, and we have actually gotten to our range breakout targets. I think we have even surpassed our range breakout target. Okay, we're still there. We have gotten to our range breakout target, which is around 99,000. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, you notice that let's remove this. We had a consolidation around this level. And whenever, as I have said before in one of my previous videos, whenever you see higher lows and equal highs, it's a very bullish pattern. Something like this. This thing there are equal highs, and then this is higher low. It does as if it's climbing a staircase. It's called higher low, and then wait for a breakout of the higher low, a pullback, and then a continuation towards the upside. It normally happens this way when we have higher lows and equal highs. So let's go to the 2-hour time frame to see what the market is doing presently. So the reason we had a pullback to this level is because of this double top that's happened here. We had a double top at this level, so that is why we had a flush towards the downside. So I actually took a small long position on this level. I'm expecting that the market will go up and continue towards the upside, but if it doesn't happen and I get stopped out, we are coming down to this level, 96,200 level, before we continue going towards the upside, if that should happen. So thank you very much. I tried as much as possible to make sure that this analysis does not take a lot of time, but I think it did. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you follow me on TikTok. My channel name is the same name as my TikTok name. Make sure you also follow me on Twitter, which is the same name as my TikTok name too. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening.